Hello everyone, Linus from StruSoft here. It's time for another tip of the week, and this week will be a little bit special because I will deliver two tips for you. So a little bit later in the week, you will get an additional one. But yeah, first tip of the week is regarding the feature measured mass. So measured mass was introduced in Impact a little while ago. And yeah, the reason is that not in all cases, the theoretical weight from the drawings and the database is exactly the same as the measured mass, like the mass for the actual element. So we have added a possibility to enter the measured mass after the element is produced and weighed, and then we will yeah, use that mass instead for transports and so on. So let me show you how this works. Um, Here I have two walls that have some masses. Here we can see 3.82 and 5.75. So let's say that I've produced these and I want to modify it. So we take this one as an example. So it's 3.82, but when I weigh it in the factory, it's 3.92. So where can I do this? Actually, a lot of places. So you can either go to the element grid here in Project Manager, and we have the measured mass. If you don't see it, right click and find the measured mass and activate it here. So you can go in here and add something and then save it and so on. So that's the first option. Then you can do it here. You see here that we have yeah, in a grid line, grid calendar view, and the grid for the elements. I only have one here on the bed. So what we need to do is make sure that the element is produced. This is also for making it yeah, saving the mass here, because when I enter the value here, I got an error message that we cannot add measured mass on an element that is not produced, but also not on the transport. And this makes sense. We cannot change the mass without weighing it, and we know when we have casted it and produced it that it will have a certain mass. But then when it's on the transport, it's also too late to change the mass. So we need to have it in between the production and before we send it to the site. So I could go in here and say, what did we say? 3.92. And now we will have that as a new mass. We could also do this from the resource manager. So now I don't think I saved it, but I can do it from here instead. 3.92, save. So now it's added. So we can also see this from the storage grid. So if I update here, you see that now when we saved it, we get the measured mass here. And as well, not only in the project manager and resource manager, but also in the app. So if I go in here and go there, and so if I go in here and go to edit, I have the measured mass up here as well. So the reason why it's 0 is because I need to refresh it. So if I go back and not element controls, but here it says 3.97 or 92. So I hope that this was interesting, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, see you in a couple of days with a new tip.